Hello and welcome to the Soil Corps video on what a qualified individual should complete on their pre-field day checklist. Our group, the Soil Corps team, received funding from the USDA NRCS to help train qualified individuals to perform soil health testing. The goal of the CEMA is to monitor soil carbon before and after an NRCS implemented conservation practice. Resources complementary to the information found on this module can be found at boisestate.edu/soil conservation. What you will learn in this video. You will learn what to prepare 2 weeks before sampling, 1 week before sampling, and the day before sampling. When will you actually be sampling in the field? This is the fifth step in the bigger picture of CEMA 221 being implemented. In front of you is a graphic depicting the steps that need to be taken in order for CEMA 221 contract to be fulfilled. At the top, you'll see Western CEMA 221 partner, that is our Soil Corps team. We are responsible for training qualified individuals that can competently complete CEMA 221 contracts. As you are aware, the qualified individual must complete the virtual training and a hands-on training to become a verified QI. This is depicted by the one on the graphic. Next, the local NRCS or other partners may be recruiting producers to participate in CEMA 221. The NRCS staff will get the producer up to speed on the conservation practices they should implement and what CEMA 221 is. This is depicted by the 2 on the graphic. Once the NRCS staff has recruited producers to participate in our QI registry to contract a QI for the producer. This is depicted as the 3 on the graphic. Lastly, as the QI has been contracted for CEMA 221, then you will organize a pre-work conference meeting. As we discussed in our earlier training module, the date, the time, and type of sampling will determine at this meeting. This is depicted by the 4 on the graphic. Once the date and time are confirmed, you can sample depicted by the 5 on the graphic. Now we will take a closer look at the pre-field sampling to-dos. 2 weeks before sampling, a QI will want to complete the following. Contact utilities. Call 811 or regional utilities to check the location of your AOI. You will want to be prepared with the location coordinates, expected time frame for sampling. If the property has additional legalities such as NEPA or conservation easements, you will need to contact the easement holder prior to sampling. We advise closer to a month before sampling to discuss your plans with those entities. Check weather forecast. Avoid rainy, stormy days and aim to sample a few days after these dates. You may be tempted to sample later in the season, but a reminder that CEMA 221 suggests before planting or after harvest, and a quick reminder that the soil may be too difficult to work later in the season. Chat with the producer. Contact the producer to check for any updates or changes to tillage, fertilizer application, planting, or irrigation schedules. If your plans change, be mindful of communicating this to the producer. 1 week before sampling. Confirm GPS coordinates. Print off your AOI map so you can have an overall visual of the 10-acre plot. Download or check for the Compass app on your smartphone. Trial walking around your backyard or city block to help orient yourself with latitude and longitude. Consistent format of photos. If you have an iPhone, the iPhone saves photo as a HEC file or high efficiency image container file. While the image may be more clear and won't degrade over time, the HEC files are not compatible with most programs when you're uploading them to the computer. If you forget to change your file format from HEC to a JPEG, don't worry. There are many programs that can convert it back from HEC to a JPEG or PNG. Day before sampling. You'll need to coordinate, borrow, or purchase the tools in advance, but before you go into the field, double check that you have all the supplies. Coring equipment. Depending on the sampling tool you are using, the list may not be like the one shown. The tools you need in order to complete CEMA 221 are on our website or in our tool SOP. Paperwork equipment. We recommend that you bring a clipboard and a few writing utensils to record the sampling information as you sample. It would be helpful to label the Ziploc bags the day before you enter the field, but you can also label the Ziploc bag once you are in the field. A quick recap of what you learned. 2 weeks before sampling, contact utilities, check weather conditions, and chat with the producer. 1 week before sampling, confirm the GPS coordinates, and make sure you have consistent photo format. Day before sampling, print off all the necessary paperwork you will be filling out, coordinate and organize the tools you need, and label your bags. You have reviewed the tasks you need to complete in your pre-field day checklist. If you have any additional questions, please contact the Soil Corps team at soilconservation@boisestate.edu. Follow us on our social media.